Hello, good morning. My name is Agustinus Nicholas Tobing, and I'm going to present my paper on behalf for the International Conference on Communications Management and Humanities 2020. So the title of my paper is Consumer Protection in Life Insurance Industry and Its Challenges. This is a qualitative explorative study, and this is a pre-conceptual paper which I will use for my dissertation research. So I'm taking a PhD in Universitas Pelita Harapan, Indonesia. Okay, so this is the agenda today. So I'm going to give you some brief introductions and what would be the research methodology, and also what is the finding, discussion, analysis, and how can I relate to the study literature, and then what kind of conclusion that we can draw. So I will start with the introduction first. So this is how to say why I'm choosing this topic. There are two topics here. There are two key issues here that I would like to explore. The first one is the life insurance industry in Indonesia itself faced a significant growth for the past 8 years. So if you can see that in 2012, before we have our FSA or OJK, we only have like 600 trillion in assets. But then in 2016, we have nearly 100% to 960 trillion, and it's jumped to 50% in 2018, up to like 1,400 trillion. Okay, and then based on this significant growth, I also observed some key phenomena which I would like to describe in details. The first one is in the assets of insurance industry itself. As you can see, we have like several types of insurance here, and the life insurance here is 3 times bigger than general insurance. And also among the 5 types of insurance, this is mandatory insurance by governments. Life insurance itself is still the highest. This is the first one. And the second one is, well, we have like 152 insurance companies, that's a lot. Okay? And although even the life insurance only 61, but our assets is bigger than 79 general insurance. And the third one is our penetration rate is still very low. It's only 2.87 from our GDP compared to Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore, which has reached more than 5%. So this is interesting. And I think the final phenomenon is, since the OJK or the FSA was formed in 2013, the first regulation they ever issued is consumer protection. So these 4 phenomena, I think, what interested me to explore more on the consumer protection itself. Right. So we go to the next agenda, which is the research questions. So I have 3 research questions. It's very simple. What is the existing situations, and what is perceived as risk and benefit by the participants? And the third one is, what is the key issues and challenges of implementing the consumer protection? Okay, so before I go to the methodology or the approach, I would like to highlight that I'm going to use 2 theories here, the agency theory and also the SCP. I'm not going to elaborate further for this one. I'm going to elaborate more on these 2 theories after the discussion and analysis. So I'm going to skip this one, agency and the SCP. Okay, so we go directly to the research methodology. So what is the type of this methodology? So this is qualitative for sure, and the approach is the exploratory, and I choose samples. The participants is convenient basis, convenient sampling, because I know them from my network. And there are 11 participants. I approach them personally. I make a one-on-one appointment, and it's based on the consent basis. And it is an in-depth interview using the semi-structure. And most of them are from intra-audit, regulators, compliance, legal, and also the customer space. So this is basically the profession in the insurance industry who deal with the consumer protection issues. So that's one of the reasons. And also the source of data, there are 2 types of source of data. The first one is primary, so I get it from the in-depth interview, literature study of those 2 key theories. And the third one is the observation from me as the life insurance professional. So I've been working in life insurance for more than 20 years. And the secondary data, I will be using the statistic from the regulators and also some research report when I validate the result of the primary data. And the research process itself is very simple. I need to understand the life insurance, the product, the regulations, and also I need to understand the criteria of the participants. And I also need to understand the phenomenon based on the observation of my experience. Then I will be structuring a semi-structured interview here, what kind of question that I will be asking to these 11 participants. Then I will do some content analysis to get the feeling whether it's positive or negative. And then based on this content analysis, then I will do some analysis and evaluation to the secondary data. Then I will draw some literature review and conclusion and what kind of further research that I can carry on. Okay, and here we are. So we go directly to the results of this study. So there are three key themes of this study. Okay, the first one is on the implementation issues, and the second one is on the perceived risk and benefit, and the third one is on the key challenges. So this is all corresponding with the research questions. The first thing, we're talking about several feelings that they told me on the interview. So this is about the ignorance from the regulator. So saying that you only able to design and to issue, but you never check the quality. So you can see that it's always good in design, but not in implementation. It's nice to have. And also they raised some issue on the neutrality. Okay, so there was a case, and regulator cannot put a balance between customers and also the life insurance company. So what they're saying is, well, not all the customers are good customers, especially if the customers itself is a syndicate fraud. Okay, and the third one is on the market conduct practice. So what they're saying is, well, it seems that Indonesia pay too much commissions, which triggers the unethical market conduct practices. So this is one of the implementation issues. So they were expecting, it's like in Singapore, it's very clear how many percent the commission is not so big like Indonesia 30%, but it's sustainable. Okay. Okay. Then the second theme is on the perceived risk and benefits. So the first one is on the benefit. I mean, all of them are agree that if we implement a good or sound consequent implementation, that would be giving us a lot of benefits. So transparency, more secure, and also more prudent. Okay, but in addition on the perceived risk, I mean, this is very interesting. So what they were saying is, insurance industry itself have a negative image for the time being, so there will be no growth. Okay, and the second one is the quality of supervision itself. I mean, the recent cases of Jiwasraya really explain it. The regulator asked the insurance company to submit the report, and they didn't read the report. If they did read the report, they would have been able to detect the scandal in 2015. Okay, and also they're questioning about the standard provision. I mean, a lot of regulation, a lot of requirements make your contracts getting thicker and thicker. Nobody's going to read it. Okay, and when the dispute comes, they will go directly to the police. That's what they're saying. No awareness of dispute. Okay, and the last one is data security. I mean, this is very good statement. And we, as the insurance company, were also not aware that the syndicate registered to become our agents, one of us. So the syndicate fraud that happened in 2018, many of them became our agents, our customers, and even our lawyers. So this is good observation. And the last thing would be on the key challenges. So most of them raise the challenges of regulator, like Indonesia is too big, I need more resource in this one. And the second one is Indonesia is really immature, low financial literacy, so we need to have a very good quality insurance in this place. And for the insurance company, what they're saying is, well, getting more time to the customers to explain properly is really difficult for the time being, especially the high net worth customers. On the other hand, regulator has a lot of things to comply. But also about the literacy itself, that's related with the regulator statement that how we're going to improve the awareness. But for the dispute resolution, it's like their challenge is how to make the dispute awareness to be more physical, like building the representative and also coordination with the police department once the disputes come up. Okay, so that's the challenges. So I did some discussion analysis and I verified all the statements, and since that all of them are correct. So there's study of low financial literacy in here, a study of the World Bank, also the number of complaints 24% from life insurance, so 24% of complaint the financial institution from insurance, and also the saturated customer segment. I mean, that's really explained that actually we don't sell based on affordability. And also on the syndicate that were explained earlier, the ex-CEO and the ex-head of claim became the suspect. I think that's why they said the neutrality is in questions. And also the statement from the mediation board saying that mostly the dispute is because of the sales process. So I think it's all verified. Okay, and I made some analysis from literature review on the agency theory. It's all verified. I mean, the adverse selections based on the asymmetric information is verified based on the study of Jensen, Macklin, Borna, Villa, Long, and Carbon Handel. And also on the SCP, the structural conduct performance, I think it's also verified that mostly Indonesia is oligopoly, and in terms of conduct, I mean, the way they measure their conduct is very clear. I mean, and also in performance, very clear on several ratio. So this is all tied up. Okay, and finally, after I made some literature review, I can derive some conclusion here. The conclusion is, yes, we have it in design, but we still have lack of quality in its implementation. So that's why in this study also suggests like 5 recommendations. The first one is on the QA periodically. The second one is how to strengthen your financial literacy program, build the awareness on dispute resolutions, and also how to develop strengthening the need-based selling. And again, this is the conclusion, the suggestion, but it still have some limitation. Again, this is a conceptual paper, and I have a limited access to the fraud-related data with the participants I interview. And the last one is, this is only explore. I explored to the top 5. We have 156, so we cannot make it as generalization. So I think that's pretty much on the presentation on my paper. I hope it will be a good valuable for the conference on the international communications on the management and humanities 2020. Thank you very much.